Hello and welcome to Noobs Explain. In this episode, we'll be growing and eating bamboo in a race to become the first to gain the Emperor's favor. Join us as we explain Takenoko. To set up the game, place the starting pawn tile in the middle of the table, and place the farmer and the panda there. Give each player a player mat and its corresponding tokens. Each player also receives one objective card of each type. Place all other components near the board, then use your preferred method to decide who goes first and give this player the weather die. You're now ready to start the game. Each turn is divided into two phases. In phase 1, the player rolls the weather die. The weather can be sun, rain, wind, storm, and clouds. We'll explain each of those in a moment. After evaluating and acting on the weather die, the player then chooses two different actions from their player mat to perform this turn.
During a player's turn, you get to choose any two of the following actions. Placing a plot. The player takes the top 3 plot tiles from the pile, chooses one, then places the other 2 face down on the bottom of the pile. The plot they've chosen is then placed on the board. This plot must either connect to the starting tile or at least 2 other tiles. If the plot connects to the starting tile, it's automatically irrigated and receives its first bamboo section. Adding irrigation. For this action, the player takes an irrigation channel from the pile. They may either place the irrigation at any point during this turn or place it on the appropriate spot of their player board for future use. Irrigation channels must be placed on the border of 2 adjacent plots and must either touch the starting pawn tile or another irrigation. When a plot is irrigated for the first time, it grows a bamboo section. Moving the Gardner. If the player chooses this action, they must move the Gardner in any number of spaces in a straight line. No, you can't leave the Gardner where he is. No, he has to move. If the Gardner lands on an irrigated plot, the plot will grow a bamboo section. The Gardner will also grow a bamboo section on each adjacent irrigated plot of the same color. Moving the Panda. When the player chooses this action, they must move the Panda. Movement is the same as with the Gardner. And as with the Gardner, the Panda must move. If the Panda lands on a tile that contains bamboo, he eats one bamboo section from that plot. The bamboo is placed on the panda's tummy on the player mat. Now when we play, it's a rule you have to make nom 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 noises. Draw an objective card. For this action, the player may choose one objective card from any of the objective card piles. However, the player cannot have more than 5 objective cards in their hand at any one time. The weather die. Now, if the weather die displays something that you don't want to do, you're not required to take that action. Now, the weather die has the following effects. The sun. This allows the player to perform an extra action on their turn. This action must be different from the other 2 actions that player has already taken. The rain. The player can grow a bamboo section on any irrigated plot they desire. Now, if the plot has the Fertilizer improvement, this player places 2 bamboo sections instead of just 1. The wind. Now, normally the player must choose 2 different actions on their turn, but this rule allows the player to perform the same action twice. The storm. The player may move the panda to any plot on the board. It does not have to be in a straight line, and the panda will eat the bamboo on whatever plot he lands on. However, if the player chooses to use this effect, they must move the panda. No fair letting the panda eat the bamboo from the plot he's already on. The cloud. This allows the player to choose one of the available improvement tokens from the pile. They may either place the improvement tile during this turn or place it on their player mat for future use. If all the improvement tiles have already been taken, the player may then choose any other side of a weather die to use instead.
Improvements can either be printed on the plot tile or placed on a plot from the improvement tokens. Improvements can only be added to a plot that does not have any bamboo currently on it. A single plot may never have more than 1 improvement, and once an improvement tile is on a plot, it can never be removed. Enclosure. This improvement prevents the poor panda from eating bamboo on this tile. The panda may still stop on the tile, but his belly will not be filled. Fertilizer. The fertilizer improvement has no effect on non-irrigated plots. If a plot contains this improvement, anytime a bamboo section would grow, 2 sections are added instead. Note that a bamboo can never be more than 4 sections high. Watershed. This improvement irrigates the plot. It does not have to be connected to any irrigation channels. However, irrigation channels cannot begin here. They must still begin at the starting pond tile. Objective cards may be fulfilled at any point during the player's turn when the condition on the card exists. The player may fulfill as many objective cards on their turn as they can. Also, an objective card does not have to be fulfilled right away. The player may hold on to the card to be fulfilled on a future turn. When a player fulfills an objective card, they play it face up in front of them. There are 3 types of objective cards. Plot objectives. Plot objectives are fulfilled when the color and arrangement of plots shown on the card exist on the board. Note that all plot tiles in the arrangement must be irrigated before it can be fulfilled. You are allowed to rotate the card to make it match a plot arrangement on the board. Gardner objectives. Gardner objectives are fulfilled when the correct number of bamboo sections are grown on the board. For example, on this card, there must be a pink bamboo on 2 different plots that are at least 3 sections high. The bamboo does not have to be on adjacent plots. If an improvement icon appears on the objective card, then the bamboo must be on a plot that contains that improvement to fulfill the requirement. If 3 crossed out improvements appear on the card, then the bamboo must be on plots that contain no improvements. If no improvement icons are on the card, then the bamboo may be placed on any plot. Panda objectives. Panda objectives are fulfilled when the panda's tummy on the player's mat is filled with the appropriate number and colors of bamboo sections. When the card is fulfilled, the bamboo sections are immediately returned to the main stock.
The first player to fulfill 7 objective cards triggers the end of the game. They receive the Emperor's Favor and the 2-point card associated with it. Each other player then takes 1 final turn as normal. Once the last player has finished their turn, the game is over, and the player with the most objective card points in play is the winner. If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe. And for more gaming goodies and goings-on, follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Game on!
It's no fair letting the irrigation. Hold on, can you back it up? Of 2 during the turn.
Join it. Oh, bugger. Little panda, who's a cute little panda? Who's a cute little panda? Nom 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 nom.